G'day, welcome to Taupō Sports Skydivers and Taupō Tandem Skydiving. My name's Chris. Today we're going to go through some of the rules and procedures we have in place designed to keep you safe and also the other airport users. So I appreciate your full attention as we go through this video. There'll be a multi-choice quiz as we get to the end. All equipment will be checked by one of our DZSOs. In addition to your rig, you will need to use an approved helmet, a visual altimeter, an audible altimeter, and use one of our life jackets. If you're not proficient with the use of one of our life jackets, please find a senior staff member to show you how to use it. With the difference in altitude at Taupō, you may need to recalibrate your AAD. A Cypress can simply be turned on and it will recalibrate as part of that procedure. However, a visual may need to be turned on, off, and then back on in order to reset itself to this altitude. If you want to jump with a camera, your equipment will need to be checked by one of our DZSOs for any possible snag points. Have a minimum B license, and we recommend at least 100 jumps. Each day, every sport jumper will need to sign into our manifest system. In order to manifest for a load, you will need to use one of the iPads or fill out a green form and hand it to one of the manifest team. Please ask one of our team for help with this process. Once manifested, your name and seating position will appear on the manifest screen. You must know the location of the seat and sit there. The exit spot will be written at the bottom of the manifest screen. Know and understand the direction and distance of the spot before you enter the aircraft. A 3-minute call will be announced over the loudspeaker at the Taupō Tandem Skydiving hangar. When you hear this, head over to the boarding area. Make sure you have done a complete gear check with all your skydiving gear with you. If you are at the Taupō Sports Skydivers hangar, a vehicle will be picking you up as soon as the previous load has taken off. At the boarding area, please confirm your exit order on the screen, know what the groups around you are doing, and complete a buddy check. Wait until the aircraft is fully stopped at the boarding area before you approach it. Remember, with an airplane, you always approach it from behind the wing. You cannot go past the fence until you have all of your equipment on and you're ready to skydive. Restraints are located by your seat and must be worn until 1,000 feet. To secure yourself, pass the metal tongue through the harness and back to the latch. To release, simply lift the latch. In the event of an emergency, the following instructions may be issued by the pilot or senior jumper. Gear up and stand by. We are landing in the plane. Or exit, exit, exit. You must have completed the NZPIA high altitude exam, be equipped with a cannula or mask, and be briefed on our particular oxygen system. The cannula or mask must be worn from 8,500 feet until the running in call. During the plane journey, remember to complete gear checks, especially after significant movements and immediately prior to exiting. The aircraft jump lights, red, green and amber, are located on the rear wall of the aircraft or beside the door. After you have received the running in call, vigilantly monitor these lights. The red light means absolutely no jumping. There could be a number of reasons for this. If it comes on during jump run, stop and close the door. The green light will flash for a few seconds once the aircraft is on jump run. If you're close to the door, open it and wait inside until the solid green. Lift the door from the middle all the way up until it stops. Beware of other jumpers sitting beside the door. When the green light is solid, it is permitted for you to climb out and exit, being careful of your fellow jumpers, equipment, the aircraft and the exit spot. Separation between groups is controlled by the crew members for students and inexperienced jumpers. Experienced jumpers can use the iPad and separation table located on the back wall of the aircraft. The aircraft has a low tail. Be careful when you exit not to jump up or float, as you may hit it. To avoid mid-air collisions, turn your parachute away from the direction of the jump run once you have opened, and watch out for all jumpers around you, especially those who are in the group exiting after you. The minimum opening altitude is 3,000 feet. There's no flying over the sealed runway below 1,500 feet. And no landing on the active runway. If you've been unable to cross the runway by 1,500 feet, you must land on the grass to the east, wait there, remain clear of the runway until one of our staff come to pick you up or signal you to cross. Do not cross the runway until our staff have clearly signalled it's safe for you to do so. This could potentially be done by the pilot, signalling you to enter the aircraft. Remember to bundle your gear up tightly beforehand. You must remain west of the tower below 1,000 feet. The sport jumper landing area is to the west of the tandem landing area. Please try to avoid flying over the tandem landing area on your approach. Remember that the landing area is 1,300 feet above sea level, so your parachute will fly faster and dive for longer. Please take note of all wind indicators to assist you with your landing direction. There is potential for aircrafts to be taxiing, taking off, or landing on the grass runway. Please be cautious of this. The landing circuits are left hand in a westerly and right hand in an easterly. The simple way to remember this is to keep your circuit over the clear area and away from the buildings. If you're unsure, ask the DZSO before you board the aircraft. If you are unable to reach the turning points of the landing circuit at a safe altitude, do not attempt to do so. It may be a safer option to brake pattern in circumstances. Remember, a level canopy, clear area, and flare are priorities. During landing, the low person is right of way. Land facing into wind where possible. The paddocks and farms surrounding the drop zone generally provide good alternate landing sites should you be required to land away from the airport. However, as with every alternate landing, make sure you assess the area correctly for any power lines, undulating ground, or obstacles that may obstruct your landing. You may need to be prepared to land in the PLF landing position. If you witness a hazard, potential hazard, incident, accident, unsafe behaviour, or have a suggestion, please complete an observation card and hand it to one of our DZSOs, or simply come and have a chat with a senior staff member. Safety is everyone's responsibility. The next step is a multi-choice quiz. We recommend you watch this video again before sitting the quiz to save time correcting any wrong answers. Thank you for watching and safe jumping.